Alright, so this episode of Drunk Grilling, I'm doing this video for a guy I know. He works at grocery store, one of the grocery stores I go to, and he's a butcher there, and he's like, well, he knows how to cut meat and all that, but he doesn't really know how to grill, so I'm doing a basic how-to on the charcoal. I know I haven't done really any charcoal videos, but yeah, I'm pretty badass at charcoal also. Anyway, I'm going to go over the basics and then how to smoke whatever you want on a charcoal grill and just how easy it actually is. If you don't know, this here is a charcoal chimney starter, and it just has that plate with holes in it in the bottom. You just put your charcoal on the top here, and then around here you want to put paper around the outside edge and leave the middle open. Let me get that set up real quick. If you guys don't have a charcoal chimney starter, you cook on charcoal, you got to get one of these. They're so awesome, man. I mean, telling you, you can light your charcoal without using that lighter fluid charcoal starter, whatever you want to call it. Leave that nasty taste in your food. But anyway, what I got here, this is the bottom of it, and I just got some newspaper around the edge. I got a paper towel in the middle. I got some olive oil in that paper towel to help it burn. And as you can see, I got the middle open. You want to keep that middle open to let the flame go up in there to light the charcoal. And what I'm going to do is, it's just so simple. But I just put the charcoal in there and then just light it. Alright, if you got a gas grill, instead of putting paper in there, you can just set it right here in the side burner. But for the sake of keeping it simple and doing a kind of 101, I'm going to show that you just put this, like you put your grill grate down here in the ground and you just light it. Now, you know, you don't want to do this like this right on the grill, because all that paper will come out, fall on your grill, and you have ashes all over your food from the paper ash. But I mean, it's really this simple. Just stick it in here and light it. My charcoal's getting there, but while it's getting there, I'm going to show you guys this. This wood chip box, it's got some air vents down here, and then it's got holes in it. And basically you just put the wood chips in there, put the lid on, set this on top of the hot coals, and the smoke comes out. That's one way to do it. I normally don't wet my wood chips. Some people do. Whatever works best for you. But what I'm going to do is put some wood chunks on there. We'll get to that in a minute. Alright, at this point my charcoal is pretty much ready. And I got some non-lit coals down there at the bottom. And keep in mind, I did this without any charcoal starter at all. So I'm just going to dump this on top of the coals at this point. And like I said, this video is for my friend Brent at the grocery store. He's the butcher. I'm showing him how to do this. Alright, so at this point, what I want to do is the dampeners to control the temperature. I want to keep those mostly closed because I don't want to get this too hot. So at this point, I'm just going to set one grill grate on here and get going here soon. Alright, at this point I got everything on. The charcoal's going real good. And I want to point out what I got going on here real quick. I'm only using one rack because I can slide this over when I want to put them over the coals. Now the reason I don't have them over the coals right now is because I'm right down here and I put some wood down there. So all this smoke will come up from the wood. I'm just going to use some chunks. All that smoke is going to smoke this stuff, and it's going to be all cooked with indirect heat. And then when I'm ready to put these burgers, I got to marinate some barbecue sauce. That's why they look a little brown. But when I'm ready to put them over the burner, I can just slide this rack over here and put them over the hot coals. But for right now, I'm just going to keep my dampeners mostly closed, trying to keep the heat down low. Obviously, airflow is heat control. So I'm going to point something out here. All along here, I got this gasket to seal up the grill. I'll put a link in the description for that gasket. But charcoal, man, you gotta you got to seal up every crack you can because airflow is key. All right, at this point I'm just going to throw the wood on, and if this wood catches on fire, I can just take my tongs and just move it off the coals underneath the burgers, and then maybe blow on a little bit, and then it won't be flaming, it'll be smoldering. That's what we want. All right, at this point I'm going to shut the lid. All right, at this point I'm going to point out, see, I'm losing a little bit right there. This is kind of what you want to do when you got that wood going, is look at where you're losing your smoke from, and you want to plug up as much of that as you can. See, I'm not doing too bad. I'm losing some, but it could be a lot worse. I got it sealed up probably in this thing about as best I can with that grill sealer. It was kind of expensive. I think it was about $20 for a roll. But a roll did my smoker, which I need to redo part of that, and then it did this grill, so not too bad. Well, I wanted to add some. I feel like I'm bouncing all over the place, but I'm trying to hurry up and get this going. But here I am about 350. It's not too bad. But another reason why I like to do the burgers on the indirect heat, a lot of that grease drips off, and if you have it dripping directly on the coals at first, all that massive amounts of grease, what happens is you get a lot of flame ups, and then you get a lot of burnt burgers. Well, what happens is here is about at least half that grease is going to drip off on the left side, and it's not going to hit those coals. I'm not going to have all these massive flame ups. I'll still have some, and get a little bit of that burnt smoke in there that hits the coals when I move the rack over, but I'm not going to have nearly the amount of problems or burnt food. It turns out better doing it this way. Time you slide it over, your burger's half cooked anyway. Just want to point out here, it's been maybe 15 minutes in the cook process here, and I've crept up maybe a little bit above. Well, actually, I'm getting close to 400, but that's because I opened the lid earlier, let a little bit of air in there, but I can normally hold this about 350 if I wanted to. I'm running a little hot right now, but I just want to point out that my wood chunks are not on fire. They're smoldering. It's smoke choking me, sorry. But when you get a well sealed up like this, you can do that. And you see now I open the lid, now they're starting to go on fire. I'm going to close the lid, but getting a little bit of smoke on everything here. I'll flip this corn to close it. Alright, at this point my wood's just about burnt up. You can see we got that orange smoke color on everything. At this point, I'm just going to slide this rack over and just let these burgers hang out here for a little bit, and then I'm going to flip them, and I'm going to shut the lid before I get a bunch of flame ups here. Flip this corn over. Alright, at this point, as you can see, got the burgers on the left side with the cheese melting and the indirect heat. And the things that are done or close to done, I moved over to the left side, toasting the buns here. Probably gonna throw that corn on the heat a little bit, but corn's probably done. But I like my corn really well done. That's about it. Stick around. I'll talk about charcoal grills a little bit, but I think this about wraps this up. At this point, I ate my burger, and this is the last Jim Beam I got. So, I want to talk about charcoal grills and choosing a charcoal grill, and, well, what fits best for you. And I picked about 10 gnats out of my drink so far. I hope I don't get any more. I don't know, maybe that's like Jim Beam, I don't know. But still got hot coals. And I want to talk about why I chose this setup. Well, over here I got a side burner, gas, charcoal. Why not go with one or the other? Why go with both? Okay, well, see, these racks are kind of nasty. It's kind of hard to clean racks on charcoal, but I can throw them over here in the gas, turn it up on high, wait for them to smoke and burn off, brush them, they're cleaned. So if you're a charcoal guy, you clean your racks off in the gas. The smoker. This smoker is custom modified. Wind skirts, the bottom. This added on. This is hinged if I need to get in there. And those are just welded on. That's custom. It didn't come factory. Custom smokestack. So I open the door, the smoke doesn't get in my face. Yeah, I mean, there's ups and downs of propane, charcoal. Propane, I guess it's kind of easier, but some people like charcoal, some people like propane. I can smoke things in propane too if I wanted. That smoker is propane. I can put charcoal in the bottom if I really wanted. I mean, for those who don't know, charcoal is basically just wood that's been heated without oxygen and turns into a lump. Hence, lump charcoal. I like both. I personally like to have the best of both worlds. I can choose what I want to do. But as far as charcoal grills, I will say the round ones, they're kind of ergonomically impractical because, like, let's say you want to put your ear of corn on there, then you kind of have to set it somewhat towards the middle to get it. Versus, what if you want to put it on the edge and slow cook it? You can't. With square, you put over whatever you want. The square ones like this, well, they're going to tend to have more air leaks. So you're going to be battling that. And when I was doing those burgers today in this video, I was trying to stay about 300 range. And well, even with all the vents closed, the best I could do was about 400. And well, I was a little hot. So I pulled through, I did it, but I guess you could say not my ideal. I don't know. About all I got here.